Hello YouTube, this is FSXIV, and I have another great cast for you. This time it's a 3v3 versus FSXIV, which is myself, my ally, let's just call him, iLLKRFTiC, let's call him FSXIV. And then we have down here Zerg, Wagosto. Down bottom right on the enemy team we have xMATZx playing as a yellow Protoss. As the orange Protoss we have Snailmaster. And as purple Protoss we have Grimpatches that is. Let's switch to my vision. First of all, I tried a new strategy this map, and I decided to go ahead and do an early scout. Wagosto's gonna 9 pool and go ahead and get the Zergling rush, but we'll see how that works out later in the game. I go ahead and I start my harassment here with my probe, so I'm sending him down to the bottom right base here. Zerg has one Overlord already, and he's gonna go for the Zergling rush, I guess. Terran over here has got one supply depot going down and cranking out some SCVs for his army. Chrono boosting out this probe, build one pylon. Gonna go ahead and switch back over here so we can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm taking 3 of their probes off the line, so this is called harassment, and it's very effective, especially if you can neutralize 3 of their probes right off the bat. And it's also a good way to scout because you keep a constant vision. And this is the path that I set, so I don't have to actually continue commanding this probe and ordering it what to do. I can just set this path and it's going to keep doing that. Anyways, while we're watching the harassment going on here, let's switch it back to Terran. Terran's got 1 barracks going down here. Supply depot is submerged. Not much going on so far here. Here we have a spawning pool over at Zerg. I suppose he's going to do the Speedling rush, and he's going to go ahead and do the Zergling. Gonna go ahead and start cranking them out here. We got 1 spine caller going down to guard the minerals and the supply line here. We got 1 overlord spotting out yellow here, who is xMATZx. He's got 1 forge being warped in. Early tech, this is good. Might be able to rush this if we're able to get it early enough. We got 1 pylon down here. Plenty of units, plenty of probes on the supply line. He's been cranking them out pretty quickly, as he does have 4 in his queue, and he's warping them in pretty quick. Back over at Terran, we're cranking out. Let's see what we have here. Just Marines for now. We have a supply depot going in. That's going to be covering the front here, so that's good. We got 1 probe here. I don't think this is my probe. I'm not quite sure, but oh yes, this is my probe. Okay, yeah, he's still scouting around. All right, we got a gateway here, but he's a little slow because I already have my gateway in already. So going back over, we have Zerglings. Go ahead and rush into this base, and hopefully, with luck, this could be an early victory for Zerg here as he tries to outwit Orange and tries to get him early. But unfortunately, this doesn't work out too well as Protoss already has a Zealot out and attacking. So switching back to home here, and we are heavy production. Our second gateway is going down. Cybernetics core is built. I'm going to go ahead and start researching warp gate technology as soon as this comes out. Split between that 1 pylon. I'm going to be supply blocked if I don't build another pylon. Zerg, on the other hand, that spine color is complete. 1 assimilator here, or extractor, my bad. 4 Zerglings sitting idle here. Switching back over to Terran. We have 1 barracks. Nothing training so far. 2 supply depots, a refinery, and it looks like we're going down. Looks like we're going to go ahead and put down another refinery here. Okay, switching back to Protoss over here, as we have his Overlord is being scouting out Protoss targets here. A yellow Protoss just got his first gateway here just now, and let's see, we got 1 photon cannon being warped in here, pylon, and another photon cannon. That makes a total of 3 photon cannons for yellow. Going back over here, I don't know what happened to Orange, but I don't know where all his probes went. I don't know if they got killed or by these Zerglings. These Zerglings are taking it out on this command, this Nexus here, as we have 1 Zealot gonna go kill him. Is he gonna do it? Are they gonna be able to take him? And no, the Zealot falls to the Zerglings. Oh man. Okay, that's hard for Orange because these Zerglings now have nothing to stop them. Gonna take out his main base here. Early rush. Switching back to Terran, we got a tech lab going down here, which means Reapers and Marauders coming in, so we'll have a potential for that later. Orbital command already in, so we're going to go ahead and start scouting out the map. Another factory going down, another command center being built here. We're going to switch back over to me, which I am currently researching warp gate technology. I have 2 gateways, both cranking out Zealots, and 1 and make that 2 assimilators going down here. Plenty of probes to go around, no problem there. Zerg on the other hand, still going with the Zergling rush, hasn't built anything new since the beginning of the game. Still has 1 spawning pool, 1 spine crawler, that's it, and 1 overlord. I'm not sure if that's his only overlord, but I got 1 zealot sitting idle here. Terran's spotting out this base for his expansion, high yield mineral, very good. As far as I know, the 1 unit was killed in this area, and as soon as this building was being spawned in, said, got 3 zealots sitting on standby here. As soon as Warp Gate Technologies research, Chrono Boost this, I got 1 probe coming out, and we have another gateway, and I believe 1 more gateway is going down here, plus a Twilight Council, so we'll have that research. We're going to go ahead and convert these to Warp Gates as soon as possible. As that's being done, and we're going to go ahead and switch it back over to Terran. Terran's almost finished with their command center. We got 1 factory down, training out 1 Hellion. We got 2 more supply depots for Terran up at top left here, top left of this base. We got Marines and 1 Hellion already out in the field for Terran. Going back over to Zerg, morphing it into a hatchery, or actually that'd be a layer, and that part still doesn't have a second extractor. It's got 3 sitting over here, overlords, not much going on. Training 3 more drones for his army, and yellow as it sits, not much is going on right now at most research. Okay, we got a couple of marauders, 3 marines, and a Hellion right here, plus 2 more marines at this expansion. We got 1 overlord just kind of sitting idle, kind of watching over the base here. We got Zerglings here. 1 Zergling manages to slip by, and we got 1 pylon, and can't see now. Again, this is before the new patch 1.1, I believe it is, so fallen units don't spot anymore, so you don't have a temporary, line of sight. Okay, we got 3 warp gates going down here, 2 being warped in here as we are talking, and then we got 1 Stargate, so we're going to have some void rays in here. Terran has their natural expansion here, and it's a high yield mineral, so they're going to be having double the income. 1, maybe 2, even 2 refineries going down here. Lots of SP gas. I can see a lot of battle cruisers possibly in the future of this game. Okay, we're going to move this factory over because we want a tech lab, tech lab put down so that we can go ahead and start producing Thors, because Thors are siege tanks. I'm not quite sure. Alright, with that layer constructed, we got 1 queen sitting here. Still just not much being built. Again, just more drones and not too much going on here. Let's switch it back to the center of the map. I built 1 proxy pylon here, so I'm able to warp into my units right into the battlefield, right into the thick of it. I built 1 pylon here to watch this natural expansion and to keep an eye on the outflow of troops from Orange's base right over here. Moving it back over, things move pretty quick. I got plenty of probes on production. I'm spending a lot of money in research and upgrading my units. I got 1 Stargate in here. I got 1 gateway here, which I just must have overlooked, and I didn't change it to warp gate. 1 probe sitting idle. Again, I should have put him into action here. Anyways, moving back over, I should be able to warp in some troops pretty quick here, since I do have warp gate technology research. Terran, and again, a Marauder and 3 more Marines, and he's kind of building a little mobile task force right here. So that's good, yes. In production in the factory, we got 1 siege tank, and I wonder if he's got siege ability. Siege tech is siege ability is coming in. No production on SCVs. Only production going on here is more Zerglings, mostly Zerglings, all Zerglings in that matter. 2 probes, 3 probes for me coming out. Again, I don't realize that this warp gate isn't hit. Anyways, we got 1 void ray on the way, almost ready to be warped in, and we're pretty much gonna follow him. I can't remember if I had observers or not, but I'm not sure. Anyways, got units warped in here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start taking out Orange's base. If I can start peeling back at his, defenses, I can get my void ray in there and possibly destroy his base. Anyways, purple Protoss here starts attacking a couple stalkers. No match for 2 marauders and a handful of marines, since the marauders do have a powerful attack. And that overlord just sitting there, not doing much. Anyways. Nexus, not much going on here. Okay, 1 void ray in, and we got 1 more void ray in production, almost ready to go. Looking good there. Going back over to Zerg. Zerg has got a lot of stuff now. 1 Kreen, 3 overlords, a bunch of banglings here, handful of Zerglings, and looks like this is going to be a nice assault here. 1 evolution chamber going in, so hopefully he's going to get some tech. Bangling nest, of course, for the banglings. Evolution chamber, go ahead and start upgrading your troops. Got a handful of zealots here sitting standby by the Zelnaga Watchtower. Working on my natural expansion here, high yield minerals, 2 void rays moving out towards the center of the map, whole bunch of banglings, and a bunch of zerglings with a speed upgrade, so we call them speedlings, and they're going to go ahead and start assaulting this base down here, Yellow Protoss. I'm not sure if they're going to be matched with aggression or not, but Purple is showing aggression here with his with the Stalkers moving in. I go ahead and I move my Zealots in. No match for these Stalkers, or no match for the Zealots, as they do have, I believe, they do have the charge ability, so they were able to charge in there real quick and charge out. No problem there. Warping some more units right here at the center of the map again, so I have a total of, I believe, 15 Zerglings and 1 probe sitting center there. Anyways, Zerg working on natural expansion, but gets skirmished by, Yellow here. I don't know why he didn't finish it off. He could have totally finished it off. Real close to, he kind of stole Yellow's natural expansion, so Yellow is just pissed. Zerglings move in, charge the enemy. They're going in. They're going to go ahead and take out these Stalkers. And they're going to go ahead and move out the turrets, and the photon cannons next. Going to go ahead and start taking out these units, but Orange does not research warp gate technology, so he will not be able to warp in any units for support. He does have a couple Stalkers already spawned as they blink in there, and he takes the victory. However, it's not over. I have crippled him though, as I have taken out most of his army, and I already have another army right here ready to go to start my secondary attack. So while he's still hurting from that attack and he doesn't have warp gate technology, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move out and attack again here. As you can see, my void rays are just sitting idle, kind of watching the entrance. Zerg goes ahead and makes an expansion here at his natural expansion. So as you can see, we're kind of occupying all their natural expansions, except Zerg gets actually overtaken finally by MATZx here, Yellow Protoss. Terran sets up a bunker, 2 siege tanks, handful of mortars and marines sitting here. Planetary fortress set up on that command center. We got 1 Thor coming in here, and we got 1 starport there was just constructed. 1 armory researching vehicle weapons tier 1. We're making our second attack again. Here we go. Okay, Zealots are rushing in. We got 2 void rays here taking out this turret. This photon cannon, it's gonna take that out. Spawned in, he has warp gate technology now. He's going to spawn in 2 Stalkers to take out, try to counter my void rays, but it's just not enough, not fast enough, not enough production. These void rays these Stalkers are just no match for these void rays, and they are very powerful once they are charged up. And bye-bye Stalker, bye-bye photon cannon. And I believe one of the void rays gets shot down, but that's no biggie because I got 1 more coming up here. And I have many units being trained up here. Switching back to Zerg. Zerg still has a queen, 2 overlords, a bunch of units, a spore crawler. What is he training up here? Let's see, more overlords. Terran on the other hand, bunch of missile turrets around that orbital command. Another Thor at the factory here. Zerg goes ahead and tries to rush his base here, but these roaches are just not powerful enough to deal with these photon cannons. Yellow does not have warp gate technology yet, so that's good for me. Alright, we got Matt's Void Ray kind of here, just kind of taking out, nothing to stop him since those roaches cannot attack their targets. More Zealots, more of my Zealots here, going ahead and take out his, they go ahead and succeed. However, there's only 5 of them. They're gonna go, or 6 of them. They're gonna go ahead and just start keep the pressure on in this base here, which is okay as long as you're keeping the pressure on and you're killing units. That is a-okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the Stalker here. No problem there. Zealots are very powerful. I believe no, they don't have the upgrade yet, but I believe I got that in earlier. I got 1 more Void Ray coming in. Moving back over to Terran. 2 more supply depots going down. Plus, actually, let's make that 3 because there's 1 right there. We got Vikings coming in. Mules down at the high yield expansion. I got probes being trained here very lately because I haven't had the money to build them. Okay, warping some more units down at the center of the map. This pylon has been a lifesaver, saving a critical distance from actually having to warp in units and warping them right here at the center of the map. So we got 3 Stalkers, 4 Zealots, and 1 Void Ray sitting at the idle at the middle here. This Void Ray is just kind of really cheap shots on these targets here since they have no air defense, and Zerg really have no defense for them. But that's alright. I'll make sure that Void Ray pays since now I have 2 Void Rays. What's a better counter than that? These Stalkers are first to move out. As they are quick, they're going to go ahead and start firing into this Void Ray. Lose its shields. Now it's 2 versus 1. Prismatic Beam gets destroyed, and yeah, that's power right there. These Void Rays are really power overwhelming. I mean, they just got power. Once you get them charged, rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like. Yeah. Thanks for watching.